What's up, YouTube? It's the Country CEO in the house on a Saturday morning. What's good? What's good? What's good, my people? Come on in here. Come on in here. Come on in here. Let me get my coffee. Come on in here. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to you guys. Give you guys a few minutes to come on in. Come on in. That's what I'm talking about. AD piece, what's good? All right, I got something for you too, brother. I got some nuggets for you. What's up, Mike Gonzalez? Orlando, Florida. It ought to be good and sunny in Orlando, Florida this morning. All right, let me put my website in the chat. Those of you may want to visit that at some point or another. What's up, C. Penny? All right, and I'm putting my email as well. BrianTheShine73@gmail.com. All right. All right. Give it about 30 seconds and then we're going to get started. So y'all know on Saturday we give the solution to the problem and the challenge that was presented on that Tuesday, right? Tuesday we're talking about the soldiers. I call them the soldiers in the dump truck business because they guarding this thing, right? And so we're talking today about a game plan for the gatekeepers, right? It's a problem. We got some serious gatekeepers in the business. And you're going to be surprised. Well, you're not surprised to learn that the gatekeepers are at different levels, right? Sometimes the gatekeepers is other dump truckers. Sometimes the gatekeepers is the contractors. Sometimes the gatekeepers is brokers. Sometimes the gatekeepers is limestone yards. So I've seen the gatekeepers in 4 or 5 different type situations. What's up, Larry Bird? Romel, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. All right. So let us begin, because I want to be diligent with your time on this morning, on this Saturday morning. So we talked Tuesday's video talked about the problem, right? That you got these gatekeepers that are in the business, right? It's a problem, and it's a problem because a lot of them feel privileged and entitled. Perhaps they've been out here a while. Perhaps this has been the family business for a long time, and so some of these folks out here in the dump truck business feel privileged. Some of them are protective of it. You know, they feel like they got to be the soldiers. They're guarding this thing. They got to protect it, and you're going to destroy it if they let you in or something, you know. So they're extremely protective. And then there's some who are pessimistic, right? Oh, Larry, I love that word, hate keepers. Oh my goodness, I love that, hate keepers. So good morning, Cornelius, to you too as well. All right, so and then they're pessimistic, right? They're always the ones. It always strikes me as amazing that I've told people to go and talk to the other dump truckers, right? And they go and talk to other dump truckers about the dump truck business. And the guys, oh, you don't want to come out here, man. Oh, it ain't this and ain't that. But you see them a year later, they still in it, right? If it's so bad, why are you still rolling? You know. But those are oftentimes gatekeepers. They'll speak negative, and not just dump truckers, but you'll have people that will speak negatively of the business that are in it because they don't want you to get in it. Now watch this. You also have some that are so pessimistic that used to be in it, and they'll speak negative. Oh, you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. It ain't hitting on nothing. And then if you do a little research, you discover they went out of business because of bad business practices, big time balling, shot calling, didn't know how to handle their business, didn't take care of their tax work, didn't know how to find work, various reasons, but they'll speak negative, right? So those are different forms of gatekeepers. Good morning to you, Gordon. All right, hit the likes, guys. Let's hit the likes as you come in on this morning, and let's get into it. So what solution? That was the problem. What are some solutions? Country CEO, I'm glad y'all asked. The first thing you need to do in order to be able to have a game plan for the gatekeepers. This will work if you're in the business or out of the business and trying to get in the business or wanting to get in the business. First thing you got to do is research the context. Research the context. Somebody put that in the chat for me. Research the context. What do I mean by that? No matter what, every dump truck, wherever dump trucks work, there's a context, right? In other words, for example, I'm in my dump truck context is Baton Rouge metropolitan area, right? And in Baton Rouge, there's a certain way of how things work in Baton Rouge. That's my context, right? And so, but you can go to Charlotte or Raleigh, Durham, or Atlanta. The context may be different. What do I mean? In how they do business and how things are done. For example, here, until the work just went astronomical in the last 2 or 3 years, here, brokers in the Baton Rouge metropolitan area were slim to none. I remember maybe one lady, they went out on their own, her and her husband, and were trying to broker trucks. And they lasted doing that maybe 2 years because they couldn't keep up with the payroll. And so that they were non-existent. So we had no one doing that. But since the work came in here and a big old federal job to dig this huge canal to alleviate flooding came in the town, well, guess what that did? That brought brokers. I mean, as far away from Arkansas, other parts of the state, they came and parked and set up offices in the area and start trying to broker trucks. All right. And so that's context. So you have to research. That's one thing about your context. So when you research your context, what are you trying to find out? First thing you're trying to find out when you research your context, who are the decision makers? How is the decision be made regarding work? Again, let me use my example to tell you what I mean. Here, still the majority of what we do is predicated on hold on. Okay. Hold on 1 second. Guy wants to wash my truck. 1 second, y'all. All right, go ahead, Martin. I'm on live. All right. All right, guy, come to wash my truck, y'all. All right, so the way it works here, still 95% of the work is issued out directly by the companies. That's my context, right? 95% of the work is still issued out by the companies, meaning most of the companies here got a truck foreman, a dispatcher, or a designated person, or the foremen themselves that call and get their own trucks. All right, it don't go through a third party. We got about it's about 3 jokers around here now that's calling themselves trying to broker truck. I'm not talking about a trucker that's subcontracting per se. I'm talking about jokers that's got no trucks or 1 or 2 trucks and trying to, because they got a buddy that works for the company, trying to broker trucks like that. Okay. All right. So that's my context, right? So I know who the decision makers are in my context. If you're this is the solution for having a game plan for the gatekeepers. Find out who the decision makers is. I'm not talking about the designee. Find out who is the person that makes the actual decision on trucks, right? Because a lot of times other people are front and make believe like they the one, they really ain't the one. They gotta get the information, then they gotta go ask somebody, well, what do we do, right? So find out who the decision makers. Secondly, find out who are the dominators. In other words, in your area, who are the dominators in the business? Who seems to have the market share of the business in your area? Who is the big dog in your area, right? Who is the mover and the shaker in your area, right? So you're researching your context. All right, y'all might hear motorcycles and stuff. Mardi Gras parade in my town today, big old huge Mardi Gras parade. So we got all kind of traffic and stuff in town today. Who is the dominator? Who's the big dog? I'm talking about the trucker. I'm talking about the guy who has the trucks that is working the trucks. Or in some cases, your context, it might be a broker that's got the market share of the work. I don't know. But this is why you got to find that out, right? Not the decision maker. That's who pulls the trigger. But who is the dominator? Who's the recipient of the person who's pulling the trigger? Ooh, I hope y'all get that. Who's the recipient? Who seems to be getting the majority of this work dished out to them? Right? Right? All right. So that's number two. Number three. And then who are the dictators? Who are the dictator? Who are the ones that are trying to control it? Who are the ones? And here's what I mean. They trying to control all of the business. They trying to run things, or they might want to run things, or they give off the air, or they got an ambition that they want it all. They want to be large and in charge, right? Who are the dictators? Because everywhere I went, it always got one or two jokers. They want to dictate who get to work, right? But they don't necessarily have the control of it. But they might be in their foot in a few doors. And so they be perpetrating, right? So that's what you got to do. Research the context. This is how you build your game plan for the gatekeepers. While we're doing this, country CEO, you got to understand who's who and what you're up against before you can go up against it, right? All right. And going up against is not always a frontal method. Sometimes you got to be able to maneuver around, over, and through in order to get to where you need to go. My grandmother used to put it this way: it's more than one way to skin a cat, right? So you start off with researching your content. Ooh, we got 46 people. Man, I ought to be able to get 20 likes like right now. I ought to be able to get 20 likes. We jumped to 46 people. Hit the like for the country CEO. We can get the algorithm flowing this morning. A game plan for gatekeepers. Good morning, Ken. Glad to see you made it. All right, so research the context. Number two, refocus your course. Refocus your course. Somebody put that in the chat. Refocus your course. Here's why that's so important. Let me tell you what I did. I didn't thoroughly research my context. I had the wrong idea. I saw a few little things and I thought that, okay, well, this is how it is. And it wasn't how it is. Remember my story. Got a truck, came out into the business, and immediately got introduced to a closed door, right? I'm thinking I can just, these guys offloading barges. I'm thinking I can just come down here, get my truck, and go to work, right? Didn't realize the context. And immediately, guys said, oh, they got their trucks for that. They got their trucks for that. I thought you can just get a truck and go on it. No, that's not how it works. What about hauling here off the yard for you? This is a limestone yard. What about hauling off the yard here for you? Well, we have your insurance. We'll put your name on the list. We got guys that haul off here every day. Boom. Shut the door right quick. Asked around, found out how that works and all that. So, oh, yeah, they got their crew. I researched then after the fact, after I got the door shut in my face. That's why I'm telling you to do it on the front end. Okay, yeah, that's that. They have their own crew. Like I said, that's when I got in the truck with the son of a former coworker from the concrete plant. He run it all down to me. I learned more games sitting in the truck with him that hour while he was offloading barges than I had totally researched. And that was on me. My fault. So he gave me the game. He said, this is how this works. That guy, he's over the crew. They have a crew. This is what they do. The only time you'll probably have an opportunity to work with them is when they're offloading in more than one place. Okay. Understand how that works. All right. But he is the guy that makes a decision, right? So he pointed out the guy that makes a decision. I found out quickly who was the dominators, and I found out quickly who the dictators about that particular deal right then and there. Okay, good. Now I know how to handle it. Here's how that helped me. Approached that guy. Hey, my name is so-and-so, got a truck. He came, looked at my truck. I mean, he that same day, when I got out the truck, he came over, he looked at my truck. Well, okay, all right, blah, 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 blah. Okay, send your insurance to so-and-so. He's saying, if I call you, if I need you, I'll call you. But I understood the lay of the land, right? Watch this. It had some gatekeepers on his crew. He was a cool dude, the leader, but it was some gatekeepers on the crew. It was some gatekeepers on the crew because they had more than one truck. And the gatekeeper didn't want the guy with the one truck just coming in, me, to take the place of them because they could put their other truck on the other stuff if the guy needed trucks in another place instead of the guy being so kind to old new dump trucker like me. But keep plugging away, kept plugging away, kept making a phone call. Guy took a liking to me, right? Built that relationship, man. And that guy will call me. I'm telling you, even when them guys that went got on the crew that went got other trucks, that guy would call me. God bless you, outlaw. He's still living. That guy would call me, Big Daddy, where you at? I say, what? I ain't doing nothing. What you got? Got barges and so. Can you go? Yes, sir, I can go. And man, that's how I got in. But how did I get in? Understand my method. I had a game plan. I had to understand the context, and then I got in the right position to talk to the right person, checking in with him every now and again. Hey, man, how you doing today? Just checking in with you. Hey, man, just appreciate you give me a shot, man, to show you what I can do, right? That I'm telling you, somebody going to say yes. So I had to refocus my course and do what? Strategize the context. Strategize the context. That's the first point. Strategy. I just explained it to you, but that's what I did. I strategized then. Okay. So I know who the leader is. I know who the decision maker is. I understand who the dominators are on this barge crew that does barges. So if I want to do this work right here, I need to talk to this guy right here. I had to strategize on this guy right here. What was my strategy? Conversation. Periodically checking in, not worrying him, but periodically checking in. Why did you do that, Country CEO? So I can stay on his mind. Good morning, Tim Chambers, channel supporter. God bless you, man. So I can stay on his mind. Every 2-week check-in. Hey, outlaw, just checking in, man. Definitely want to get to work with you guys, man. Blah, 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 blah. And next thing, that day came. And I don't know about you guys. All I need is one chance to show what I can do. I don't need but one shot. Because they're watching you. When you get that shot, they're watching how you work. And everybody knows if you want to get another shot on a job, do what you're supposed to do on the job. Be on time, come and go, do your job, keep your mouth closed. You ain't going to have no problem. You're going to come back. All right. So I strategized the context. I said, I need to build a relationship with that guy right there. That guy right there. How did I do it? Phone call. All right. Let me, how can I give you another example of that's an example of the strategy. All right. Then watch this. Not only after I strategize the context, okay, how am I going to manipulate this gate that they got up? Right. How am I going to manipulate the gate that they got up? Let me show you another way I did it. I came out at about a month or two. There was a guy who was the gatekeeper for one of the asphalt companies. This is real life stuff right here, y'all. I hope y'all getting this. If y'all getting this is good stuff, give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up. So I strategized the context. Guys got trucks for one of the asphalt companies. I had contacted that asphalt company direct. They will allow you to fill out your paperwork and all that. They didn't just try to funnel me to the guy. They did allow me to fill out my paperwork and all that. But the guy and the truck foreman were tight. Right? So y'all gonna run into situations like that, whereby it ain't necessarily the company mandating that you go through that broker. It's the truck foreman, and the guy is tight. And what he doing is he getting him something under the table to let him broker the trucks. Right? That will be going on. Okay. What did I do? Strategize the context. I went the direct way. I went to the broker. Hey, man, Perry Jones, I hear you handle trucks for such and such. Definitely like to get in with you, get some work, man. Brokers love more trucks most of the time. He let me put my paperwork in and boom, big job came. I'm talking about when I first came out. He called. Hey, told me where to be, all that kind of stuff. Boom. I started working. So now what I'm doing, my antennas up, I'm understanding the system. I'm strategizing, I'm understanding how it works. I'm analyzing the context now. All right. I'm analyzing the context. How does this work? Okay, so how it works is this guy, they use him to get trucks and offload barges, and they just make one call and they let him handle getting all the trucks. He paid every week. But they do work other trucks every now and again themselves as well. So he ain't got it totally on lock. Mm. So it came upon a time, and the day is going to always come, where he can't cover it all. He can't cover it all. So they call in trucks direct now because the broker can't cover them all. He calls me, the truck foreman. Hey, can use you tomorrow, blah, blah, blah. Okay, yeah, man. Yeah, I'll be glad to come work for you. Went work for him. Got a couple of days of work out of it. Now I'm moving into optimization of my plan. What's my plan? I got to build that relationship. Notice everything I'm talking about, y'all, is going to go back to relationship. Notice what I'm doing now. His name was Frank. Frank was a good guy. Even though he was tight with the other guy, and even though they go out to the bar room and the club with each other, when he with the other guy, I struck my own relationship. Start striking up conversation with him. Find common ground with people, y'all. That's how you build relationships. Find common ground. I throw little things out there just to see what I find some common ground. Whether it be fishing, whether it be hunting, whether it be, okay, I knew he was a drinker and go out to the club and all that kind of stuff. So that tells me what? He like to have a good time, right? So you strike up common ground when you find out what people like. That gets you conversation. Conversation, while you checking them out, guess what they doing? They checking you out. And then boom, I makes my move. After a few conversations, I say, yeah, Frank, man, I'm a new dump truck out here, man, just trying to make it, man. I sure appreciate you. Look out for a youngster. I was 27, 28 years old, so I use my youthfulness. I appreciate you. Look out for a youngster, man. Give me a little work, man. I'm just trying to make it, and boom, now he's on my list. I ain't heard from him. I'm checking in. Hey, checking in with you, Frank, man. Sure appreciate you if you can use me. And man, y'all would be surprised how I would be hitting him at the right time. Oh boy, you hit me just right. I was looking for a truck. Oh, I'm gonna keep in mind. You got to keep yourself on their mind. That's what you got to understand about this. Refocus your course. This is why I call it this, because what we do, we make phone calls and we don't call back. We make phone calls, we get upset after a few times because we feel like they're stringing us along. We make phone calls and don't even revisit that. Oh, I hear people say it all the time. Oh, I'll call him. I ain't heard nothing from him. Well, did you call him back? No, he said he'd go call me. Call him back. Sometimes you have to demonstrate that you want to work. Got to have a game plan for the gatekeeper. This is how you break down the barrier. If you got to, watch this, if you got the opportunity to deal direct with the decision maker, you can deal with them gatekeepers. You can deal with them. That's how you break down the barrier on the other side and on the other end. You ain't got to go through them. You're building your own relationship. And yes, I'm not saying that immediately you might get some work. It may take some time, but it's a process. Your process might take 2 months to do it. Sometimes it might take 6 months, but this is how you break down the gatekeeping. You got to build your own relationship. Consistency and persistence. Yes, Ken. So what have I done in refocusing my course? And this is why I call it refocus your course. Because for many of us, our mindset don't look at it that way. We try it another way. So refocus your course the way that you're trying to do things. Strategize the context. Analyze the context. Then optimize the context. What do I mean by optimize? This is going to be, I'm going to perfect what I'm doing now. Strategize. Okay, I need to see how I'm going to go at them. Analyze. This is how I need to go at them. And then optimize. This is my method. This is going to work. I'm going to keep at it. Strategize, analyze, optimize. That's how you refocus the course and bring down the gatekeeping. All right. I know some of you are probably wondering, okay, how does that work in other instances? I'm going to give you some more examples of how it worked for me. And see, let me say this as a sidebar. What you're going to find once you start getting in the door to work, now you're on display for everybody else, the other contractors. Just like other dump truckers seeing you work and all this kind of stuff, don't y'all know other contractors and business owners and people, decision makers see you working? I can't tell you how many times I run across guys, contractors at the store. That's why you ought to wear your stuff. Wear your stuff. You don't know who's going to see you in the store, at McDonald's, at the steakhouse. Wear your stuff, your hats and all this kind of stuff, because man, you'd be surprised. I run across people. Yeah, man, I've seen them trucks. I had a guy tell me the other day in Baton Rouge, biggest Baton Rouge is. Yeah, man, I've seen them trucks pass by my house. I'm talking about out in the boondocks somewhere. I said, really? I said, yeah, we was hauling out that other day. He said, yeah, right out there by my. He works for a company. So what you're gonna find once you get your foot in the door and you're visible, then people will begin to see you. And God will put you in the path of people, and then people will be put in your path. Oh my God. Can I tell you a big secret to why gatekeepers succeed? Sometimes don't nobody know you. That's the biggest reason why gatekeepers succeed. Don't nobody know you. You got to get out there, be visible, get seen, get recognized, get discovered. See, if they can keep you under their umbrella to where you never get a chance to have the conversation with the decision maker, then they can control your truck, right? The method and the goal is to do what? Control the truck. Because as long as they can deliver to that customer and control your truck and you never get known, they got you. You gotta be, the biggest thing is that you just haven't been discovered and exposed to who the decision makers are. They don't know you, right? Oh my God, that's nuggets. That's nuggets. Boy, nuggets right there. All right, let's get to 30 likes right quick. Let's get to 30 likes for the country CEO. All right, so I hope we get this. Do you understand what I mean now? If you understand what I mean by refocus your course, hit the thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up if you understand what I mean by refocus your course. Strategize the context. Okay, how am I gonna go at this thing? Analyze the context. Strategize what's going on. Analyze. This is how I'm gonna attack it. Optimize it. Perfect that thing. Y'all, all I did was once I figured it out. Oh, this works. This works. Just building relationships. If I could just get, and I still use that, y'all. If I could just, all I need to know who making the decision. That's all I need to know. I don't give a doggone who gatekeeping. I just need to know who making the decision. Right? Let me let y'all in on a little secret. Now, I told y'all a couple months ago about I got a joker that's blocking me. Won't even let my application, my paperwork, my haul packet get it approved. It's been 3 months now. I've been telling y'all about that 2 or 3 months about a haul packet from a big company in town, but they gatekeeping because the truck foreman and a broker is good friend. The broker ain't got but 3 or 4 trucks. He need trucks to be able to do what he doing. So they gatekeeping on me. I got an ace in the hole. I just ain't pulled it yet. I got an ace in the hole yet. I just ain't played my card. I'm gonna let y'all know. Let's see. I'm gonna say what my ace in the hole there because they don't know who it is. I got a guy at the company that gave me my big shot back in 2008. There was a guy who was the big in that company. He left that company a few years after. He's working for this company right here, and he's big over there. I just hadn't pulled the trigger yet. I ain't gonna call him on the phone. I'm going to see him when I get ready to pull that card and say, hey, man, I said, look, I said, you know what I can do. When I work with you guys, when you was with such and such company, you saw me put 30, 40 trucks on the job. You know what I can do. I say, now I got a problem and I need your help. I need a favor. I said, there's somebody within this company at the lower levels that is gatekeeping on me and trying to keep my application haul packet from being approved. I said, y'all got a bunch of work. I said, and I would think y'all would want to have truckers that y'all can call. I said, now I'm being blocked at the lower levels. There's some buddy stuff going on with a broker that supplies y'all trucks that I'm not going to name. I say, I don't care about them and what they do. I know what I can do. I say, I just want to get my hall packet approved so I can work for you guys. I'm going to pull that card when it's time. See, you can have a card, but you got to know when to play the card. Right? Right? I have built a relationship with the guy. I just ain't made the call yet. I'm just holding out till the time is right. Right? So as you spend years in the business, you're gonna be in the same position to do that kind of stuff. Because it's all about what, y'all? Building relationships. Right? All right, let's see. Can we get to 30 likes? Get to 30 likes. All right, so refocus your context. I hope you understand that. After you research it and understand, okay, this is how they operate. Then I'm gonna refocus my course and say, okay, strategy. Then I'm gonna analyze this thing and I gotta build my strategy. And then I'm gonna perfect my strategy when I see that it's working. Right? And I'm here to tell you, y'all, building relationships will work in any business, in any context. All right, lastly, y'all, and I'm building upon what I've done. Research, refocus, but then now finally, relationships with the customer. How do I do it, country CEO? I get it. I need to build that relationship. And watch this. The customer can be the trucker, it can be the broker, but preferably it's direct with the company. Preferably it's direct with the company. Now, let me say this as a disclaimer. I have had some brokers that treat me real good. I don't want you guys to think that notice whenever I talk about them brokers, I say no good brokers. I have had some brokers that treat me real good. But I'm going to tell you the ones who have treated me the best, who they are. They are other truckers. The broker with no trucks has nothing to lose, and they're going to want to make more of the money because they don't understand the overhead and expenses of a trucker. But another trucker, he understands. And if he's a good guy, he's going to pay you right. Now, if he's a crook, then yeah, he's going to take more than he's supposed to get. But I'm just saying to you guys that the best I have ever been treated was by another trucker broker. Because he knows the expenses and he knows what you need to make. So I just thought I'd throw that in there. All right, we got 48 people on. Let me get to 35 likes. Get to 35 likes right quick. Get to 35 likes. 35 likes for the country CEO. All right, let me give you these last three things in how to build the relationship with the customer. Once you've researched it, you refocus, you're ready to go at this thing differently. Country CEO, I see what you're saying. How do I build that relationship? Number one, contact the customer. Notice, y'all, pay attention to what goes on in our society around us. Haven't you ever been in a doctor's office and you see a person comes in there dressed up with a suitcase, check in at the office? Yes, I'm such and such and such, here to see Dr. So-and-so. Oh, okay, yeah, come on back. Who is that person? Can I tell you? A pharmaceutical rep. What are they trying to do? They're trying to talk directly to the doctor. Notice they didn't ask for the receptionist. They asked for his office manager. They want to talk to the doc. Don't miss me with this, y'all. They're trying to build a relationship with doc so doc can use their medicine. Pharmaceutical rep. So he can use their rep. They coming to see him because they're trying to build rapport in order to get his business. We can learn something from that. Contact the customer. Let me tell you something. Can I go street for you? Pull up on the people, y'all. Stop making, at some point, your contact has to be in-person contact. Because you got to understand, these people get phone calls all day long. They get phone calls all day long. They don't know you from Adam. They need to be able to, watch this, connect a face with a name. A face with a name. They need to be able to connect a face with a name. Pull up on them. How do you do that, country CEO? Hey, yes, I'm calling for Mr. So-and-so, so-and-so. Can I tell him who's calling? Oh, this is so-and-so, so-and-so. Okay, hold on. Yes, this is Brian. Yeah, Brian, look, this is Perry Jones. I'm with Seeky First Enterprises. Brian, man, look, I would like to come by, man, and just give me 20 minutes of your time, man, and talk about some trucking needs. I know you got so-and-so, maybe I know you may have someone at this time, but man, look, if you could just spare 20 minutes, I promise I won't hold your time, and let me talk with you how I can help with your trucking needs. Gotta know how to talk that talk, y'all. Contact the customer. Number 2, communicate with the customer. Okay, so now you got an appointment. Most of the time, everybody ain't gonna say no and tell them you just need 20 minutes. Now watch this. Here's a nugget, y'all. Here's a nugget. If you don't get nothing else today, get this. Here's where a lot of us go wrong. This is where, look. I ought to see stickers. Y'all ought to be 10 of y'all to buy stickers after I give you this. This is gonna blow your mind. This is gonna blow your mind. Ken Etheridge. Most of the time, when we're trying to get business, we're trying, our approach rather is in a posture of what we need. Can you give me some work? Won't you give me some work? I got a truck. Can you do this? Can you do that? I see y'all doing this. That ain't the way to do it. Flip the strip. I want some stickers after this. Let your approach be showing them the value you bring to their team. Talk, boy. You got to demonstrate in building a relationship. You have to demonstrate to the person you're trying to partner with the value that you bring to them, and not approach them about you want some of their work. Can they work your truck? Talking crazy. That's crazy talk to me. That ain't business talk. You got to talk business talk when you get in the office, y'all. And the way that you talk business talk to business folk, you have to present to them the value of what you bring to them. That's where you start. So once you get the appointment and get in front of the customer, your presentation needs to start with, here's what we can do for you. Talk, boy. That's flipping the strip right there, because I done got a little loud because I done got excited. Most of the guys I know go in, can you work my truck? They calling the people, can you work my truck? Do you need a truck? I see y'all got a job over there. Can you put me on? That ain't business talk, y'all. No, you get in the office in front of the joker. Do you have a portfolio to present to the man? Woo! Country CEO, what are you talking about? Do you have, especially for y'all that have been in the business a while, do you have an organized portfolio where you can show them where you've been on certain jobs doing work? In other words, showing them where other folks have trusted you on their job. Talk, boy. Have you done that? Why do you think when you go to a contractor's website, they have on their website jobs that they've done? Why do you think they do that? Why do you think they do that? They do that because they want other businesses and state governments and local governments to be able to see the magnitude of the jobs and work they have done. What makes you any different? I'm telling y'all, our mindsets, I don't care if you got one truck. You got one truck, but your mindset need to be that you got 10. Y'all done got me excited up in here. Hit the likes. Give me the 40 likes right quick. Oh, my God. I'm on fire now. Look. Get a portfolio made up, especially if you've been in business a little while. And even if you're getting started, build the portfolio. And when you've had an opportunity to work on these big jobs, snap some pictures of the magnitude of the job. Keep them in your phone. Go to a graphics person. Get them to begin to lay out for you worked on this job 3 months with so and so and so and so and so, building your portfolio. And so when you get the opportunity, when your day comes, you get in front of these kinds of people. You can present it. Here's my portfolio, Mr. Brian. We worked on the project over there. I'm going to throw some names out there just for GP. At the Conversion Canal, I worked over here for 3 months with these guys. Worked over here on so and so, them building the road over there on Highway 66 over there for 6 months. Worked over here. Then they know, oh, okay, this guy been around, know what he's doing. He's got some experience. I can trust him. See, we get in, it's our approach, y'all. It's our approach. I'm telling you. It's the approach. But we always approach in a posture of asking. We don't approach in an posture of offering. Oh, boy! Oh, my God! I hope y'all got that. We always approach in a posture of asking. We don't approach in a posture of offering. The man is asking the question silently before you walk into the office. And the question is, okay, let me see what this young man or this person can do for me. So therefore, without them asking, but you understanding this is the question that's being asked, you need to approach in the posture of answering the question. And you answer in the posture of an offering. Mr. Brian, this is what Timbuktu Enterprises Trucking can do for you, man. We worked on these kind. First of all, let me show you the kind of job. You got copies for him. These are the kind of jobs that we worked on in the last few years. Just demonstrate to you the kind of quality of jobs that we've been on and we got experience with. And Mr. Brian, these are some pictures of my fleet and the trucks that we run to let you know that we got quality trucks, late model trucks, not old trucks, which ensure the fact that your materials will be able to get transported from point A to point B without any issues. My drivers are all DOT certified guys that have the ability to do what needs to be done. All right. Yo, hold on. Somebody said, "Yo." Hey, girl, how y'all doing? Doing good? Yeah, go ahead. All right, I'm on live, so y'all just be quiet. So that's what we have. That's what you have to do. All right. So what do you guys think about that? All right. So that's the communication. So you make the contact first, and then you got the communicate with the customer. All right. The communicate with the customer, and then finally build the camaraderie. All right. Now I'm not saying every time you go in, that might not be a home run. You still might get turned down. Who knows? But it won't be from you having made an awesome presentation. All right. You will have made the kind of presentation that lets them know you are top tier. You are not any bottom level company. You are top tier. You know what you're talking about. The presentation was awesome. But I guarantee you, you have then for imprinted and on their and branded their brain with such an awesome presentation that they're gonna remember you. They're gonna remember you. And I'm telling you, you present like that and go in and do that time after time, somebody is gonna say yes. Somebody gonna say yes, right? And then finally, camaraderie, right? Camaraderie. After once that you get that one, and well, let me give it to you both ways. If you don't get called by that person, or if you do, if you don't get called by that person, then it's not the end of the world, right? You made a great presentation, but what do people do when they still get turned down by people? They still contact them every now and again. Hey, Brian, just checking in with your man, see how your trucking needs are going, and just checking in. That's my daughter. Open it. That's my daughter. That just checking in, see how you guys are doing and how your trucking needs are going. All right, but then the ones that you do get on with, then you just continue to build that relationship. All right, come on, let people see your pretty face. This is my daughter. Let's step in here. All right, that's my daughter. This is the future nursing student, ready to get her out of my pocket in 2 more years, hopefully. So y'all pray for me. All right, you headed to the parade? Yeah. All right, you parking? You need to don't park right there. No.
Why?
That's in the front. Martin got to bring my truck back. Put it over here.
Okay, can you tell them watch my truck too?
Okay.
Cool.
You see what I'm talking about? All right. I'll see you when you get back.
All right.
All right. All right, guys. So, uh, Angela say twin. I get that a lot. All right. So, where are we? All right. So, camaraderie. Build the camaraderie when um you get, and so when you get the customer, watch this. Don't take the customer for granted. You continue to do what? Build the relationship. Build the relationship with the customer by doing what? By dropping in, hey, making sure everything, hey, Brian, just checking in with you, making sure everything is fine, blah blah blah, and that kind of thing, right? So guys, this is what it's all about. That's a game plan for the gatekeepers. Notice what I did, the research, the refocusing, and then build the relationship. Don't be discouraged because you got these folks that are preventing you from being able to build your business by acting as gatekeepers. Okay. All right. So, any questions on that? I'm gonna stroll up and see if any of you guys got any questions on that. Um, Appreciate you guys tuning in on this Saturday morning with me. This is a gold one right here. Y'all got to share this one with somebody. This one here was out of the ballpark here. All right, out of sight, out of mind. Good morning to you. Barrett was good. Glad to see you, Gordon. Old school, appreciate you, brother. Driscoll, appreciate you. Angela, good to have you. All right. So, any questions before I get off, guys? Any questions? Take a few questions before we call it a day. Tim, I don't think I did. Hey, how you doing? Mama's get her. Her mom is everybody's doing fine with her mom, them and everything. Hey, you, baby. Her mama is everybody's fine. I hadn't seen him in a while. Okay. Tell them I say hello. Okay. Mhm. So guys, oh Tim, I didn't, man, I thought I did. Email me again. Well, Tim, go to the website, take care of the business there, and then I said, all right, who's with you? Oh, okay. All right. You left the keys. Okay. All right. I'll get him to do it. All right. So Tim, go take care of business there, and then email me, and then I'll set a date for you. All right. Anybody else? Anything? This parade about to start in town, and all this good stuff. But glad to get you guys done this morning. No. Oh, looking at that thing. I don't think so though. All right. Everybody's good. Everybody's good. All right. All right, guys, share this one. This one is gold right here. And we got one more coming to you from this same train of thought about finding the work. See you guys later. Y'all be good. And we'll get with you guys. Look for the video coming out Tuesday. Y'all be good. Country CEO, I'm out of here. I'm gone.
What's I supposed to look at in there? It's supposed to just be laying in there?
Hmm?
It's just supposed to be laying in there? Dice?